Hi, everybody. Welcome back. It's time to talk some Maroon Devil football here on the Maroon Devils Network with, of course, our coaches show with head coach Sherman Holt. We had a week off last week, Coach. I'm sure you enjoyed the week off. I'm sure some of the players enjoyed the week off. Tell us a little bit about what the guys did last week with that open date as we're getting ready for Madison County now coming in.
Well, we took a lot of time to just work on ourselves, get better at football. Got some guys healed up. We had a couple injuries that we needed to get them rested and kind of get some other guys some time in practice, and so it was good just to get better at football. And, we started looking at Madison a little bit and just working on some things that we need to do better for us, and cleaning some things up. But watched a lot of film on Monday and then practice Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, give them Friday off. And, just tried to heal up best we could and get ready for this second push in this season.
Yeah. Coach, I know there are people you want to thank because every week, multiple times during the week, people step up and really help you in this football team, and that's so important to the overall health, if you will, of our program.
Yeah, this week we still got the local market to BP. They're going to give us spaghetti tonight, and then Mark Fortner's going to feed us on Thursday, and then Pleasant Hill Baptist Church is going to feed us our pregame. That's my home church, so we're headed towards Madison, and so it's on the way, and so they're going to feed us our pregame meal, and just want to thank all the people that work with our quarterback club. Yesterday they fed us hamburgers and hot dogs, quarterback club did. So just thankful for those people. And again, just, you can't thank our community enough of what they do for us and just the amount of support that they give us.
Coach, a couple of guys I want to mention talking about thanking people, it just made me think, and these guys work behind the scenes a lot, but they're working football, they're working soccer, they're working volleyball, and that's Coach Neil Blankenship and Casey Crow. I'm going to call them Coach B and Coach C, but they're behind the scenes, but they do a lot of work that people don't see that really it goes a long way, doesn't it?
Yeah, they actually had a soccer game here last night, and you see Coach B and as you say, Coach C, but Casey Crow, he's out here helping, volunteering, and that's what makes Swain County so special, is you have a lot of people that care a lot about not only sports, but they care about our school. They care about, what things look like. And, it's just important to have those people, and just can't thank them enough for what they do for all sports here at Swain County High School.
Oh, no question about it. Coach, as we mentioned, we have that week off. Let's go back just a minute if we can and look at what was a very tough football game over at Tuscola at C.E. Weatherby Stadium. So many good things our Maroon Devils did. Of course, you got to kind of start maybe with Josh Collins and the unbelievable night he had running in the football, and I'm glad he got to feeling better as the game went on. So he had one of those nights that you just almost never hear of.
Yeah, it was as far as the stats, it was incredible what he was able to do. And the thing that I point out about Josh is when he did his post-game interview, the first thing he said was thanking those kids up front, the offensive linemen, Insay Ufert, Andres Cisneros, Trenton Jones come in the second half when Insay went out, Grady Lewis, Nolan Fisher, Drew Skaggs, the tight ends, Cole Weichel and Brandon Frost. He gave the credit to them, and of course they had something to do with that, because they're blocking up front. But for Josh, just to carry the ball 39 times and rush for 341 yards, that's an incredible night. And he's a tough kid. He's got a lot of grit, and he's just a tremendous football player. And he didn't play a whole lot of defense, but he played some. And I think he ended up with 6 tackles also, and then he had the interception at the end of the game. And so he was by far one of our, best performances, that I've ever seen as a coach, individually watching kids and, tremendous ability. He's a great kid. He's a great teammate. And, you're just proud for him, but also proud for his teammates that helped him accomplish that goal. And so that was an incredible night for him.
It really was, and again, congrats to all our kids. And I'm sure we talked about this a little bit. It probably was a sweet night for you, and especially Eddie West. You guys, of course, know Tuscola, so that gave it a little added extra dimension, didn't it?
Yeah, I've always said it's tough to go play somebody where you've coached kids that are still playing.
Yeah.
And got a lot of good friends over there, and some of those kids that are playing, I coached them when they were freshmen and sophomores, and so it added a little bit of dimension of, I still care about those kids that you coach because you're always going to do it. So it makes it tough, on you as far as that week of preparation. But, our kids here, they were just so gritty, and that was the one thing I told them after the game. There's plenty of times we could have said, you know what, we're not going to keep pushing or keep grinding, and our kids, they just hunkered down and they played extremely hard. And the defense in the second half, to give up 6 points to a team that has the ability to score, that was a tremendous accomplishment for our defense and our defensive staff. And Coach Napier, he had a really good plan, and we kind of went in there with the bend but don't break attitude. We knew Tuscola was going to be able to get some plays on us. They had a real good quarterback. They've got 3 or 4 real good wideouts that are very athletic, their team, they're a good football team. And I'm just glad that our kids stuck to our plan, and we made some adjustments at halftime, and we were able to come out on top. But it was a true gutsy performance by the Maroon Devils, and I'm proud that they stuck it out, and they just kept playing hard, and they didn't ever give up, and it was right down to the last play.
It was.
And so that was good for us to be able to pull one out.
Yeah. Coach, now we go to Madison County. Interesting scenario. We're going to be playing on the turf at Mars Hill, the home of the Lions up there. And a lot of our coaches, of course, played football up there, went to school up there. So they're going to love going back home, in a sense, to their alma mater. I know Rod White's an old Mars Hill Lion, Coach B, as we talked about him, and so many others. I'll start naming names and forget some. But interesting place to play. Madison County has struggled this year in football. They're 0-4 coming in. They've had some tough ball games. They've had a tough time getting points on the board, single digits just about every week except Hayesville. I think they put up 20 against the Hayesville Yellow Jackets, so they know Smoky Mountain Conference football. But you just can't take a team like this lightly, can you? Because those are the teams that can be dangerous.
Yeah, we told our kids yesterday that you can't take anybody lightly. You can't take a week off. But the thing we reiterated is you play a team like Madison. Coach Eckstein's a real good football coach, and they've got a couple players athletically, skill positions that are really good and can make some plays. The quarterback can run and throw it, so he's kind of a dual threat type kid. And at this point of the season, we're saying, Madison's probably over there thinking, let's go be the first ones to knock them off. And so they got a lot to play for,
sure.
And so it's one of those things where, our focus has got to be good. And, we got to still, install the game plan, execute the game plan at a high level. And, you talk about playing at Mars Hill University, that's real good for our kids. I think that's something that, unless you're playing in a state championship, there's not many high school kids that get to play at a college stadium. And so it's a good opportunity for us, and we're excited about getting to do that. And, just got to have a good week of practice and continue to get better. we're not where we want to be right now. And so it's just one of those things where, Madison, no matter what their record is, they're this week's opponent. And, Coach Eckstein's going to have some things probably up his sleeve. He's a good football coach. And I can remember when he was at Smoky Mountain. And so just some you got to be ready. And he's a very good offensive mind. And so defensively for us, we got to be prepared and ready for anything, because he's come out and he's lined up in a couple different things, and so it's going to be fun, and it's going to be an interesting challenge for our kids.
Yeah. Coach, we hope our fans show up, because it's interesting. We were at CU Weatherby Stadium looking at our fans coming in on the visitor side. They were lined up all the way out to the street. So we had a great crowd at Tuscola. I hope that crowd will follow us again to Madison County before we come back home with Andrews to open up conference play the following week. So be good to have those folks with us again.
Yeah, it's always good when you got a good support system. And the one thing in some of our coaches that like Coach Rose and Coach Hyatt and Coach Stevenson, some of those that played in the late 80s on those championship football teams, they were talking about when our crowd was getting into it and how loud it was. Yeah. And it was a great atmosphere, and, our people traveled well, and we thank them for that. And, just come on out Friday night in Marshall and, at Mars Hill University, and watch a good football team play, and, support your Maroon Devils. It's always good.
It always is. Fans, don't forget, we've got a big one this week, our final non-conference game, those Madison Patriots at Mars Hill University. That's right, going to go up there on the old Lions football field. A lot of our coaches played football up there. We hope you'll be on the road to follow us to take on Madison. And then get ready for next week, homecoming with Andrews, as we come right back here to Swain County Memorial Stadium and Boys Dietz Field. And, of course, we're going to be there every step of the way at Madison. Back home here with Andrews as we get ready for more Maroon Devil football right here. Join us on the Maroon Devils Network.